back to the Road Warrior Project podcast. It's been a very long time since I've done an episode on here. I think I've primarily been focusing... Sorry, my voice got fucked up there for a second. If you follow my channel, I've been mainly posting workout videos. Yeah. I was doing actual podcast episodes there for a bit, but it's been a while. But after recent events, I just have a lot on my mind. Just want to get some stuff off my chest that I've been thinking about for a while, about what's been going on in the world. If you've unfortunately been paying attention to recent events, we've been living in some crazy fucking times. People are being publicly assassinated just for sharing their opinions and point of views on things that just happen to be different from somebody else's. You know what I mean? We should be able to share our opinions without being attacked in a very violent way. But that seems to be the norm these days. You know, people are being assassinated in front of their loved ones. And people are openly celebrating this, which is absolutely insane to me. People have been very just disgusting, and I'm very ashamed in how people have been acting. It's just insane. And the person that was killed was not even a bad person in any way, shape, or form. It was a guy who went out and tried to challenge people's views on things. He didn't necessarily want them to really... He wasn't trying to force them to change their minds either. He just wanted them to think outside the box and think differently, because he feels like most colleges just brainwash kids, which I agree with. Most of these younger generations have no real clue about how the world works, and they just go off of what they're told in school. And that was, if you don't know, I'm talking about Charlie Kirk, of course. Again, his whole goal was just trying to get people to think, really think. And people hated him for it. People hated him because he spoke the truth. He had different opinions, which is okay. Again, you should be able to go through life having different opinions and sharing those different opinions without fear of being attacked for those opinions. But unfortunately, we live in a time where people will physically attack you and kill you for speaking out and thinking differently than them. And it wasn't just a murder. He wasn't just murdered. It was also attack on free speech. Because that's all he did. He would go to places where he knew people hated him and people would absolutely disagree with him. And he would give them an open mic to share their opinions and just have an open dialogue with them. He would definitely share how he felt on things, and that's all he did. He wouldn't say, you have to believe this. He would say things like, I'm sorry you feel that way, I disagree with you, but this is how I feel. And then the people on the mic would just absolutely get so insanely mad about it and just insult him the whole time instead of actually trying to have an intellectual conversation. And murdering him definitely didn't silence him. People are already picking up the torch and carrying on his work. If anything, him dying made his mission and his voice louder. So I don't think they realize what they've really done. They did not. They killed a great man, unfortunately, but his legacy is going to live on, for sure. It's crazy how divided this country is over the silliest fucking things. I grew up in a time where I saw the worst in people and acts of terror being implemented in our country, like 9/11. I was a kid. And after that happened, I saw Americans, coming together regardless of their backgrounds and beliefs and being a united people. Doesn't matter what you believe in. People came together. But I've never seen so much delusion and division between people like I see now. people calling each other Nazis and fascists and racists and whatever else they can come up with, all because they disagree with something. I just don't really understand. And it doesn't help that the mainstream media is also pushing these narratives that if you disagree with someone, you have to insult them and attack them. For example, this last election when Trump was going through, all the media did was trash him, talk shit, openly condone violence against him and anyone who supported him. They'll blatantly say things like any person who's a MAGA, they just call them MAGAs, whatever else, and say things like you should knock him out in the street. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. So it's no surprise when brainwashed people actually start doing violent things against the people they disagree with, when the media and everyone on TV is telling them to be violent and fight back and knock out a Republican, knock out a MAGA when you see him on the street. And don't get me wrong, I don't claim left or right. I never really have. I try to stay out of politics. But I'm definitely starting to lean more towards the right. Because myself, like many other Americans, are just fucking tired and fed up and just straight up exhausted with how certain parties treat the other party. It's literally exhausting. And I think people are just done being quiet about it, honestly. I really just want to see unity in the American people again, rather than just hating each other because of differences. Instead of going straight to hate and violence, it'd be nice if people just actually listen to each other. And listening to someone doesn't mean you agree with them. You can listen to someone and still disagree with them. And leave it at that. You don't have to get mad. You don't have to get angry. You still see that person as a person. You just happen to disagree on something. That's just my thoughts, though. Again, I've never really tried to get too political on things, but I just had to get that off my mind, I guess. But if you follow my channel and enjoy my workout videos, thank you for following and subscribing. Maybe I'll do some more podcast episodes, but we'll see. So, thank you, and see you guys next time.